tenant disputes, eviction threats, and unpaid rent, all unfolding live in the 148th District Court of Michigan.
Recently lost at the end of June. They were withheld due to the fact of my account closure, so I opened up a new one, got in touch with them. So they should be depositing today, and then I can make that payment. But
You can pay the whole
earlier,
amount. You can pay
yeah,
the whole amount.
yes, that's due in my rental.
Okay. So I just want to make sure you can pay the entire balance of the $2,304.
Where did the other 20
214 in costs,
214 for what?
court costs.
Court costs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
let
I
me
can.
ask you this, Miss Jones. Miss Jones, let me ask you this. How much can you pay?
In my rental portal, it was $2,090.
So about 2,100. So you can pay 2,100 by sometime today, you think?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do, you're entitled to an adjournment. So I'm going to indicate you're going to pay 2,100. I'm going to put that you're going to pay that by certainly Monday, the 21st. Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
my docket, I don't have the 25th. So my next date is going to be August 1st. So the important thing for you in that is that if you've got to get the remaining part of that, about $204, if you pay 21, you got to get that paid before the end of the month.
Okay, I
We're going to be
can.
dealing, otherwise we're going to be dealing with August rent.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yep, following.
Okay, so I'll expect the 2,100 by the 21st, and then you're going to get that balance clear before the end of the month. And I'll adjourn this to August 1st, 2025 at 2 p.m.
And that'll be
That's
by
an
Zoom,
in-person.
Zoom, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, sir?
That'll be by Zoom.
No, that is an in-person hearing.
So August 1st at 2 p.m. in person,
Yes, sir.
if she hasn't paid. Thank you.
Yes, if she hasn't paid.
If you pay me.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You do the same. FCA US LLC versus Bollinger Motors LLC.
Good morning, Judge. This is Attorney Caitlin Elias on behalf of FCA US LLC.
Good morning.
Good
Anybody
morning.
present for, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Colleen Colas on behalf of defendant Bollinger Motors.
All right. Okay, folks, where are we on this case?
Yeah, this is a complaint for the non-payment of rent. The attorneys have been in touch. We're trying to work out a settlement here, but at this point, we haven't quite, reached all the details. So at this point, we just ask that the second pretrial conference be set, and then hopefully the goal is to file a conditional dismissal before that date.
All right. How much is the claim at this point?
So it's actually over $700,000 because it includes a $300,000 security deposit, and then the rent is actually significant.
So somewhere north of 700,000.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just note that. I'll adjourn this then to August 1st, 2025 at 3 p.m. That is an in-person hearing. Since there's counsel on both sides, if you guys have worked out a conditional order dismissal, I would permit you guys to appear via Zoom. If you haven't worked it out, I need everybody in person.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you, Judge.
Folks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Everybody have a great weekend.
Sure.
Court calls the case of Barnes and Barnes versus Alex Holtzclaw.
Good morning, Al Strickland for the plaintiff.
Alex Holtzclaw presiding. Hi, I'm here.
Okay. This was reset, Mr. Friedman, because you took a judgment. However, we later discovered that the wrong Zoom information, I believe it was the password, was provided to some tenants, Mr. Holtzclaw being one of those. So
Right.
what we
Yes.
did is we reset the hearing. So this is effectively really the first hearing.
That's fine, Your Honor. The total, including costs, is $1,087.76.
And Mr. Holtzclaw, how do you intend on getting that paid?
I get paid next Wednesday, and I've been picking up extra hours, so that shouldn't be a problem. And I've been talking with several other family members to help me consolidate that so I can get that paid and be done. So we
So
don't
you
get
think you can
beyond it.
get the balance paid by the 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will note the file that you're going to pay that by the 23rd. I'll adjourn this out to August 1st, 2025 at 12 p.m. noon. That's an in-person hearing. If you get it paid before the end of the month, they will likely dismiss the case. So
That's right.
try to get everything paid by the 23rd.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Barnes and Barnes versus Annette Brown.
Ellis Freeman for the plaintiff.
She's here, I think.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Brown. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
All right. And Mr. Friedman, what is the claim in this
The
case?
total, including court costs, is $44,285, $42.85 total.
All right. And Ms. Brown, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I've filled out a SCR with DHS, and I have the confirmation number for that. And I also spoke with Hawk, and I have an appointment with them on July the 28th. And I am seeking help through both of those agencies to be able
All right.
to
So
go
how many
concurrent.
people, so first of all, how many people are in your household?
3, 2
Okay.
children and me.
Okay, so that you know, your SER would.
The 148th District Court of Michigan is in session. Ms. Jones lost her job. Her checks were withheld. Now she faces eviction unless she pays $234 immediately. Will she make it in time?
SER would only give you a maximum of about $620. Okay.
Okay.
So you need to know that. So even if Hawk paid their maximum, let's say you qualified and Hawk were to pay their maximum, but I know their funds are limited,
Mhm.
and you get the SER, you're still going to be 3, 2. It's going to be about 1,200. You're going to be about $600 short.
Okay.
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 Okay. So, and then the other problem is going to be that my next date is actually August 1st. So August rent is going to click in if this is not paid.
My rent is due on the 20th of the month.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right, then fine. I mean, I assumed it was the 1st, but if it's due on the 20th,
Well, then it's going to be another month on the 20th, coming right up.
yeah. So that month is going to kick in. How much is your monthly rent, Ms. Brown?
$12.95.
$12.95.
Yes.
Okay. So that even, I guess, in a lot of ways compounds the problem, because when I go out to the 1st, then we just have to add 1,300 onto here, which is going to put you about 5,600, somewhere thereabouts. So somewhere you've got to, if Hawk were to pay their max, somewhere between SER and everything else, you've got to come up with $2,600. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I will do is I'll adjourn it to August 1st, 2025 at 12 noon. Okay?
Okay.
That's an in-person hearing. You'll also need in your packet, you'll see a rental assistance form. You need to fill that out with your tracking number for the SCR and supply that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay, repeat that one more time.
All right. In your packet, you should see a form called the rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and supply that to the court by next Wednesday. Okay?
Okay, so I'm meeting with Hawk on the 28th. Is that enough?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that enough time for them to process or do what they have to do for me to know how to
Well, that's a good
question.
That's a good question. I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to the folks from Hawk about that.
I don't see a form
All right.
in this packet.
So what's gonna happen is look in the chat
Okay,
and my staff is gonna post a link to that form. You can also, you're on a phone, so you can also use the QR code that we supplied, which will also take you to that form. For you to see it, since you're on a phone, you have to swipe across, and ultimately the QR code can come up if you know how to use that. Okay?
okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of Maurer, WML LLC, aka Emily Maurer versus Scott Wipkowski.
Ellis Freeman for the plaintiff.
Scott Wipkowski, they are not here. You have paid for a second service. Would you like to take it to false, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Got rent in the amount of $3,195. Cart costs in the amount of $183.30 for a total of $3378.30. 3378.30.
3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
You do the same, sir. Court does call the case of Hamptons of Clover Lane versus Megan Wallach.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeremy Brown, I have a plaintiff.
Do not have this tenant checked in.
Wallach. They are not present. You paid for a second service. If you raise your right hand, I'll let you take a default. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, sir.
The current rent to retain possession is $3,287.16, cost of $175 for a total of $3,462.16. To the best of my knowledge, no individual meant to appear today is either under 18 in active military service or has otherwise been declared incompetent, and the unit was kept for its intended use.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. All right. Thank you, sir.
There was one other Ponds of Clover Lane. I'm not sure it was for Yang Zhu Yi Wu, but we were requesting a dismissal. I was supposed to be sure to reach your desk yet.
Okay, I was just going to call it Pines of Clover Lane versus Xingjiang Zhu. That and also Yi Wu. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Labricia Patterson versus Aldrea Ross.
It's here. Don't have tenant unless they're the dial in ending in 1.
Good morning, Your Honor. Labrica Patterson, plaintiff.
All right. Aldrea Ross. Is she a call-in, you think?
I don't know. I am prompting.
Yes.
Hello,
Hello, Eldra Ross.
you're Miss Ross? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this is a termination of tenancy. Let me ask a couple of questions. Is there a lease on the premises, Miss Patterson?
Yes, it's my lease.
Okay, but is it a month-to-month lease?
No.
Okay. All right, you got to help me here. So you I see that it's on MacArthur.
Yes.
So you actually rent and then
Yes.
this person is renting from you.
Yeah, like she's staying.
FCA US LLC versus Bollinger Motors. Over $700,000 on the line, including a $300,000 security deposit. The attorneys are negotiating, but will they reach a deal before the next hearing?
Staying inside the apartment with me. Yeah.
Got it. All right. And now you wish for her to vacate the premises.
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Ross, what's your position on this?
I am the tenant that's living in the unit with my two sons.
I'm sorry?
I am the tenant that's renting from Labritia with my kids.
So you want to leave?
No, I was actually told to leave.
I'm having difficulty understanding you.
You didn't hear. Okay, hang on. So no,
Okay.
I was leave.
Okay.
Are you able to?
So you're disputing your termination or are you going to leave?
Well, I don't live there with her.
You don't live there with her.
So, sorry, Your Honor. So, Ms. Ross, she's considered family. She's my partner's sister. There was last year I was going to close up my apartment for the summer and move to Detroit to find a job and things like that. So instead of terminating my lease, my sister-in-law needed somewhere to be with her kids for the summer. So I agreed to let her stay for the summer. But the summer ended up leading into now.
Got it.
She's still
Okay.
there. But I've asked her to vacate the premises because since she's been there, I have had about 5 lease violations. There
Got
have
it.
been
Okay.
multiple.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got you.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for August 1st, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so both of you
Okay.
would need to be here at the court. She's
Okay.
entitled to that adjournment, Ms. Patterson. And
Ma'am?
couple of things you need to think about. You don't have a lease, Ms. Ross, so it appears to me on the surface that you may have to leave the premises. It's probably just going to be an issue of when. Miss Patterson,
Yes.
what complex is this?
Danbury Park.
All right. And I'll just say this, there was probably some type of subsidy on that unit.
Yeah.
And so it may be, and I'm not making a finding, that you would be in violation of that subsidy by having her there in any event. And so she'd have to leave. In any event, what it looks like is that Ms. Ross is going to have to leave. So both of you might want to prepare for that potential outcome. Because Danbury Park may have an issue with somebody else being in that unit. But I'll adjourn this to August 1st, 2025 at 3 p.m. in person.
Okay. With the adjournment, what does she have to prepare to? I'm not understanding.
She
Yeah,
has the
like,
opportunity with the adjournment. She can go talk to a lawyer. She can do all kinds of things during the period of the adjournment. So the time is for her to try to figure out whether or not she has a defense. She can also prepare to leave, try to work something out with you to leave, either by picking a date or doing something along those lines. All right?
Okay.
all right, and then also repeat the August 1st, the August 1st, what was it? At what was the time?
The time is 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
and that
And
is in person. So you need to be here.
okay, and I also spoke with her and I tried to talk to her about, you know, the situation. I only got violations because my moving boxes was in the living room, which my brother helped me put in there, but I wasn't able to like separate everything to make it like presentable because I didn't know that they were coming to spray for bugs, which she didn't tell me about. And she made me, she
Okay.
threatened
We'll
me
deal
to,
with all of that on the first. I don't know that much of that really matters. I think, quite frankly, I don't think Miss Patterson can legally rent to you and not be in violation of the lease that she has. And
and
so if she can't do that, you may have to leave in any event.
right, I
But we'll deal
understand,
with we'll deal with all of that on the first. All right. Thank you.
all right, thank you, bye-bye.
That's it for that block. 14A stands in recess.